Hi guys, I'm in a 2009 Toyota Avanza. I did a video earlier about this car, but I'd like to update you with another video, and this is probably the last video of this car for the last 11 years of ownership. I'd like to tell you what I think about the car, whether you should buy it or not. Let's start with what I like about this car. Number one is the roominess of this car. The spaciousness is great. It looks a little boxy from the outside, may not be very attractive, but you can't deny the fact that inside is just so roomy. If you have a big family, it can accommodate 7 people, and that is really nice to have that. Also, this car is a very cheap car from Toyota. It's the cheapest MPV Toyota offers in Malaysia. Another thing I like about this car is the transmission and engine in this car. They are reliable, there's no question in it. This 4-speed automatic transmission is pretty much bulletproof. It runs forever. It has no problem after 11 years of usage. It's got more than 164,000 kilometers on the clock, and it still ships very smoothly. The engine is also purring like a cat, no problem, no issue. It's got 1.5 liter engine, 4-cylinder. You might think that 1.5 is a little too small for a car this size, but this car is very light. It weighs like 1,000 kilograms, so it actually has enough power to take off. So I don't have any complaint about the power. Okay, let's see how it takes off. I come to a complete stop here. And go. Acceleration is not bad, even though the car is quite big and boxy. And with 1.5 liter engine, it's got enough zip to take off. However, it doesn't mean that this car has never broken down. Apart from the engine and the transmission, there's so many other things that need to be replaced. I have actually replaced the alternator, the starter, the belt, the spark plugs, and so many other things. Just about everything has been replaced before. But again, the car has been used a lot for the last 11 years. And it has not really been taken good care of either. Let's talk about what I don't like about this car. Number one is the last row of seats. You can't fold them down flat, and that is annoying when you need to carry big boxes because you can't really fit in. And when I went to buy washing machine or dryer and things like that, I have to change the car. I can't use this, even though from outside it looks so big, but I can't really fit anything at the back there. But carrying people, not an issue. 7 people sit very comfortably inside the car. Another negative thing about the car is the shock absorbers in this car. They are horrible. When I go over speed bumps, they make noise and they're very bumpy. And if I go a little fast, my children sitting at the last row would scream because it's really bumpy in this car. That's going over the speed bump. It's very bumpy, especially people at the back. So you have to really slow down. Another negative things about the Avanza is that they don't come with cabin air filter. So what I did that So this is not the original. The car actually does not have any cabin air filter. This air filter is added onto it. It does not even have a proper place to put. I just follow where the air is coming in, and this is an extra one to put here because I don't want the evaporator to get too dirty and clogged up. And if that happens, it's not easy to service this car because you have to pull down the entire dashboard in order to replace the evaporator. So if you have Avanza also, consider putting this on top. And this is really dirty. And if you don't even have this filter on top here, your car evaporator is going to get really dirty, and one day you have to pull down the entire dashboard just to service the aircon. So if you were to ask me whether you should buy this car or not, my answer is yes. I mean, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, not everyone has a lot of money to buy new cars. I know there's so many exciting new cars coming and they're not very expensive, but still a lot compared to a used car, especially if you buy a reliable car used with a lot of lifespan left. You don't have to spend so much, you don't have to get yourself into debt. I think it's a good bargain to buy this car, because I notice there's not many people that actually has the money to buy car with cash. And if you don't want to get yourself into debt, you're gonna have to think about a good reliable car like this. Also, I think it's very important to make the right decision when it comes to buying car. Buying the wrong car, it can be an absolute nightmare. I've seen people who buy wrong cars and they actually have a lot of headaches with the car. And when you don't have much money, you want to buy something that can last, something that's practical. And I hate to take my cars to the shop all the time when cars break down. I just don't like that. Now, another positive thing about this car is that it's a Toyota, and if you drive this car in Kuching, you can always get spare parts anytime, instantly. You don't have to wait. But if you go for cars that are very rare in Kuching, you have to order the spare part from other countries or from Kuala Lumpur, and that can take weeks or even months. So if you buy cars that are rare, you may need to buy another spare car just in case it breaks down. So thank you for watching, and I hope you find this helpful. Thank you.